This weekend, an officer from the Memphis Police Department died after suffering a gunshot in the line of duty. His name was Officer Joffrey Redd. I'm guessing you probably have not heard about him or his heroism, but you undoubtedly did hear about another incident involving his Memphis Police Department around the same time. Why? Because so much of the mainstream media would much rather focus on covering the actions of a few bad cops from the Memphis Police Department who were charged in the killing of Tyre Nichols, and yet the national media has largely ignored Officer Redd's heroic actions. Now, this is not to defend in any way the actions taken by the officers from Redd's same department and what allegedly led to the death of Tyre Nichols just a few weeks prior. But the reality is that too many in the media don't care enough when a cop is killed performing his or her duties, as Officer Redd and his partner clearly were. They just view it as part of the job when the bad stuff happens to the cops, not on this show. On Saturday, 49-year-old Officer Redd succumbed to a gunshot wound after he and his rookie partner, who has not been identified, responded to a simple trespassing call in which many other lives were very possibly saved. The 15-year vet and his partner responded after a man started a confrontation at a White Station library in Memphis. The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation explained what happened.
As the two officers attempted to talk to the individual, he produced a weapon and shot one of the officers.
The officers had tried to de-escalate the situation when Torrance Jackson Jr. allegedly pulled out a gun and fired, striking Officer Redd in the head. Redd's partner returned fire, killing Jackson.
Officer down! Get him to my location now!
It should be noted that as this exchange of gunfire took place, it took place during normal business hours at a public library. Plenty of innocent bystanders and witnesses, none of whom were hurt. Officer Redd would be rushed to the hospital where he would fight for his life for 16 days before finally being pronounced dead. Now, one might say this is not as sensational a story as 5 cops allegedly killing an unarmed man on the streets of Memphis. And okay, maybe it's true and that police have a higher obligation to the community. Okay, that's true too. But that might not be an excuse for the officers in the Tyre Nichols story. It might be an excuse for them getting more coverage. Okay. It's not an excuse for Officer Redd's story getting almost no national exposure. And the truth is that Officer Redd's story has all the hallmarks of what usually draws media attention. He was a newlywed, married just this past September. He was a U.S. Marine who joined the police department over 15 years ago. He served as the director of security at his local church. His rookie partner would take out the man who killed him, most likely saving multiple lives inside that library. Officer Redd led a heroic life of service. Now, we applaud NewsNation's local Memphis station, WREG, who interviewed Officer Redd's church bishop while Redd was still in the hospital fighting for his life. The bishop said this about Redd and the care he received.
Just a great soul, a very kind-hearted, mild-mannered individual, but still one that represents our city. It touched me with all of the battering that our police department is getting, and to see the kind of personal care that they have for families in these kind of situations, because these officers put their lives on the line.
This should be a bigger story than just in Memphis, Tennessee. But sadly, cops being killed, even one with a great and important backstory, isn't enough for the mainstream national media, who want to focus so much more on the cops doing wrong stories rather than when cops do something very right, and even when it costs them their lives. So tonight, we salute Memphis police officer Joffrey Redd. Our thoughts and prayers are with his family. Thank you for watching. Go to NewsNationNow.com to find NewsNation on your cable provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.